Hey, so just 1 second before the video starts, my YouTube rep told me that the algorithm now cares about something called viewer satisfaction, and my view to like to comment ratio is hurting the trajectory of my channel. So apparently I'm supposed to ask you to leave a like on the video and comment something vaguely related to the topic because it'll help me out, I guess. So please do that. Okay, bye. So as some of you might know, if you've been watching my videos for a while, I used to live in Japan. I was there for 12 years from when I was 18 to 30. And I've made a couple videos about that, but also I just recently found out that the first iCarly movie is about them going to Japan, with the aptly named I Go to Japan. Of course written in just the most fake katakana whatever this is. Now, if there's one thing that makes me cringe so hard, it's seeing what I look like when other people take my picture, but also anytime American movies and shows have anything about Japan in them, okay? Because like it's always just so absurdly wrong. But I'll tell you, I was not even remotely prepared for what 2007 Nickelodeon thought Japan was like, okay? Have y'all seen this movie? Come on, let's take a walk. Speaking of Japan though, this video is brought to you by Boxu. Boxu is a service that delivers the experience of tasting authentic Japanese snacks, candy, and tea directly from centuries-old small family businesses right to you. Their mission is to empower Japan's traditional snack makers by sharing their authentic food and stories with the world. It's a monthly subscription service that delivers premium Japanese snacks straight from Japan to your door, and each box has a different Japanese theme every month. The first Boxu you're gonna get is called Seasons of Japan. It's curated to bring you the taste of Japan's 4 seasons and like a little bit of everything you can expect to get in a regular themed box. But what's this month's Boxu theme, Kelsey?
This month's theme is Midori Moments. Midori means green in Japanese, and sure enough, the box is packed with matcha, wasabi, and lots of other green treats.
Now, what I think is the coolest part of this, besides the fact that you get a bunch of snacks that taste amazing, by the way, I mean, like, I lived in Japan for 12 years, okay? I'll tell you right now, Japanese snacks are just in their own category. Like, it's not even close. But anyway, besides that, each box comes with this little cultural booklet, and the booklet tells you where each snack comes from in Japan, who makes them, the flavor profile. You get so much more than just the food itself, okay? It's really more of an experience. And like I said, these snack makers are over 100 years old, so you know you're getting some real authentic stuff in here. Now, of all the snacks we got this month, Kelsey, which one was your favorite?
My favorite snack was the matcha ring financier. It was so good. Oh my god.
Yeah, that one was good. I also really like the Uji matcha waffle myself. Like, it's just beautiful. So, if you want to try some really great Japanese snacks and help support the channel, click the link down below in the description and use my code AlexMyers to get $15 off your first Boxu order. Okay, back to the show.
Leg pudding! Come on, legs are really important. I'm not saying the legs aren't important, I'm saying they're not as important as pudding. Okay, you're insane. Not really. Without legs, pants would be like, duh, now what do we do? Objection! Pants can't talk. Why are we swinging? I don't know! Okay, this random debate is over.
Okay, all right. Dan Snyder's starting us right off with a whole bunch of teen girl feet coming right at the camera, first thing in the movie. I'm noticing a slight difference in how Freddy's dressed versus the 2 girls in this scene. Why are you like this, Dan Snyder? Although, to be fair, Freddy's also wearing a button-down collared shirt under a polo shirt, okay? So, like, step aside, ladies and gentlemen. We got a real Sigma male over here. Anyway, so after some random dancing... They head on downstairs to see if the iCarly viewers hold legs or pudding in higher regard. Oh, if we could have only appreciated how wonderfully simple the internet was back then.
You know legs are gonna beat pudding.
Don't bet on it. Who wants a snack?
I'm good.
Hey, toss me an apple.
Red or green?
Red, because green apples always take it all.
So while this is going on, they get a V-mail from some totally, definitely British guy about how iCarly has been nominated for the best comedy show of all time at the iWeb Awards, which sounds kind of redundant if you think about it, but hey, whatever, it's not my show.
I'm the vice chairman of the iWeb Awards. The iWeb Awards would like to fly the iCarly team overseas so that your show can compete at this year's live competition.
This is insane.
They're gonna fly us overseas. I just hope it's not France. How come?
Why?
Because it's full of French people.
Can't argue with that, perfect logic.
If you accept your nomination, please click on the accept button in the lower left corner of this V-mail. Your invitations, passes, and travel itinerary will be sent off to you tomorrow.
Okay, wait a second. How does V-mail work exactly? Did this guy have to record like 4 different versions of this? Like, what if they said no? You know, they were very optimistic about what email was gonna be like back in 2007. Because, like, I mean, fast forward to 2022 and business emails are just like, Happy Monday! Lol, as if, am I right? Nice to e-meet you. I hope this email finds you well. I'm just reaching out to loop you into our fun, new, exciting opportunity in this totally not copy-pasted mass email. We love what you do and think you would be a great addition to our family. Oops, I mean company. Sometimes I get it mixed up because we're all such good friends. Anyway, so we skip ahead like a week or so, and Carly, Sam, and Freddie are waiting for some more info about where the iWeb Awards are gonna be and where they're gonna go and all that kind of fun stuff.
Excuse me, Lubert.
What? I'm busy trimming my war hairs!
Yeah, I was just wondering if I got a package yet from the iWeb Awards.
No! Now quit upsetting my wards!
Are you sure? Because this guy in England said he was gonna send it like a week ago.
Why did you all like this show? I never watched iCarly when it was on, so watching it back now, I feel like you really need to have a lot of nostalgia for it, okay? Because it's a little hard to watch otherwise. Anyway, so finally the package arrives, and they rip it open.
Is that from the iWeb Awards?
Yeah.
Come on, what country are we going to?
Canada.
Canada?
Just kidding, Tokyo! We're going to Japan!
Dude, Freddy's like 1.5 feet away from the paper that clearly says Tokyo on it, okay? Come on, I'm calling shenanigans here. I'm starting to think this show might not be totally realistic. But not everyone's so excited about them going all the way to Japan.
Freddy, I'm not sure I can allow this.
Here we go.
Mom.
It's just Japan.
Right, which is why I worry that, you know, the Far East can be very...
No. Let's not finish that sentence, okay? Trust me, this can only end in disaster.
Come on, Mrs. Benson, it'll be fun. What's that? I think I hear Tokyo calling Tokyo.
Well, that was painful. Anyway, so turns out there's only 3 tickets, but Spencer pulls a couple strings, makes a few phone calls, and gets the 3 first-class tickets traded in for 5 regular tickets so they can all go to Japan together. Now, in preparation for their trip, Carly, Sam, and Freddie are watching their competition for this award show to see how they stack up, you know?
Let's click the thingy.
Kyoko and Yuki.
Just teach me how to play this guitar! Why do you play the guitar so badly? I don't know! Just try! Okay!
Also, you know, to be fair, this is not too dissimilar from what a lot of Japanese comedies actually like. Yeah, this is pretty much on the nose here. Okay, well now this part is exactly like Japanese other forms of entertainment that my friend told me about. Also, you know this is the exact part of the video where like your dad, who you haven't seen in 10 years, would just walk right in and be like, "Oh, hey kids, what you watching?" But anyway, so it's finally time for everyone to get on board the plane and head to Japan. But of course, this is iCarly, so turns out Spencer booked them on a smuggling plane that's bringing possums to Korea, and they just have to sit in the back and use a bucket to go to the bathroom the whole time.
That poor bucket.
Yeah, you have no idea.
Okay, all right, that one got me, not gonna lie. Once in a while, there's actually a funny joke in this show. Anyway, so what we find out is that the plane is not actually landing in Japan, but rather it's going to briefly fly over Japan, and they'll have to jump out at the right time and hope for the best.
That's when you jump! I recommend using a parachute!
Guys, there's no way my mom is jumping out of this airplane.
I know how to make her jump!
No chance. She's been afraid of heights ever since. OMG!
Finally, after some classic iCarly shenanigans, they all make it safely to Japan by landing in the world-renowned Japanese Mojave Desert. What is this supposed to be? Nowhere in Japan looks like this. This just looks like my dad's backyard in Central Florida. Like, the only thing missing is like some dude in his underwear walking up to him like, hey, you guys got any Sudafed? CVS said I'm not allowed to buy any more this month. But anyway, like I said, they're finally in Japan.
Finally.
The front desk is right over there.
I don't know what we would have done if you hadn't found us.
Oh, you would have slowly starved in the wilderness until you all perished and were eaten by wild animals.
Right.
Well, thanks so much.
Oh yeah, sure, you know, Japanese immigration customs is just that easy. The police probably just took one look at Freddy and his 7 shirt collars and they were like, oh, excuse me, sir, we don't want any trouble.
Hi.
Hello. Welcome to Hotel Nakamura. May I help you?
Yeah, we're checking in.
Oh, honeymoon couple.
And that was the moment something strange awoke inside young Freddy that would change his internet search history forever. But all the same, they finally check into the hotel and go up to their rooms. Now, after getting settled in their rooms, and Spencer eats some soap, which basically tells you everything you need to know about him.
It's soap!
They also come to their jet lag and sleep until about 3 p.m. the next day. And right then, just out of nowhere, Kyoko and Yuki show up to welcome them to Japan.
Hi.
Hello, I'm Yuki.
Kyoko, welcome to Japan.
Yes!
Freddie, look at these wonderful robes the hotel gives you. Oh, hello. Could we get a few extra towels and some unscented toilet paper?
Okay, all right. 2007 Nickelodeon, everybody. Also, like, every other Japanese person they've met so far speaks English perfectly fine, so, like, why is she even doing this? It's like that scene in Emily in Paris, you know, when she's like, "Hi, everyone, I like fashion," and then everyone else is just like, "Please stop yelling." Anyway, so Kyoko and Yuki have apparently showed up to take all the kids shopping and give the adults some much-needed relaxation time.
They want to take us shopping.
Ooh, I'd like to go shopping.
Oh, well, we would love for you to join us.
But for the grown-ups, Yuki and I have arranged traditional Japanese seaweed massages.
Massages?
I could use a good rubbing.
But all the same, Kyoko and Yuki take Carly, Sam, and Freddie out on the town for some typical fun things to do in Tokyo, like shopping for clothes or standing in line for literally anything.
So.
Okay. I just gotta ask, why does this green screen look like the 1960s Batman show? What is going on here? And like, they couldn't even put the steering wheel on the right side of the car? Like, I know it's probably just filmed on a soundstage in like Burbank or something, but like, you couldn't even just fake it somehow? Anyway, while our main characters are having some really deep, riveting conversations.
There's nothing wrong with wearing underwear that fights bacteria.
Yeah. I don't even know what that means.
This is serious. Why are you laughing?
Something about Japanese arguing cracks me up.
Okay, well, just gonna leave that one right there. Oh, and now they're having a karate fight because they're Japanese. Did you get it?
Come on, Yuki! Get up and show her what your foot tastes like!
What? Now, while this is all going on, we cut back to Spencer and Freddie's mom, and we find out what's really going on here with this whole impromptu shopping trip and seaweed massage shenanigans.
There. You're wrapped.
Cool.
So now what?
Now, we go to see a movie.
A movie?
And then maybe go for some Italian food.
Wait, we don't understand.
You will soon.
But when are you gonna unwrap us?
When the iWeb Awards are over. After Kyoko and Yuki have won.
Okay, but like, more importantly, why did they make these dudes sound like Splinter from the Ninja Turtles? Was that their only reference for Japanese people?
Wait, we don't understand.
You will soon.
But when are you gonna unwrap us?
Kawabunga. Anyway, so we find out that this was all just one big trick so that Kyoko and Yuki could keep Spencer and Freddie's mom captive while they leave Carly, Freddie, and Sam out in the middle of nowhere, so then Kyoko and Yuki would win the competition by default. But of course, Spencer and Freddie's mom break out of their seaweed traps with their feet completely covered. Yeah, okay, Dan Schneider, come on, you ain't fooling nobody. And we find out that Freddie's mom put a tracking microchip in Freddie's brain when he was younger.
I had a locator chip put in his head by a questionable doctor in Venezuela.
You chipped Freddie?
Oh, I chipped him because I love him.
You mean a locator chip, like a GPS kind of thing?
Yes, but you can never tell him.
I won't. How do we find him?
With this.
Welcome to Global Net. Please stand by while we locate Benson Fredward.
Wait, hold on. This kid's name is Fredward? Oh man, dude never stood a chance. God's just over here giving him his toughest battles. All right, kid, your name's gonna be Fredward and you're gonna be like 5'3" your entire life. But all the same, after hitching a ride in this tiny little clown car, come on, Nickelodeon, what the heck is this supposed to be? Anyway, so they find the kids walking on the side of the road and they hurry over to the competition, but wouldn't you know, they get stopped by a bunch of Japanese security guards who suddenly can't speak any English whatsoever, as opposed to every other Japanese person we've met so far in this movie.
We're late. You can blame Kyoko and Yuki. They kidnapped us.
Then ditched us in the middle of nowhere.
With no snacks.
Or a proper restroom. Come on, let's just go in. We are performers.
We're nominees.
One of the teams we're competing against tried to cheat by getting rid of us.
So what ends up happening is, since they can't communicate with words, suddenly, for some reason, they decide to try and act out everything that's happened to them so far in Japan in hopes of... Actually, I have no idea why they're doing this, but whatever, here you go.
And then all 5 of us got on a horrible airplane. And the plane was filled with possum.
Possum.
You know, I like to imagine these actors were so excited to get their first big role on TV. Oh boy, I'm gonna be on iCarly.
Yeah, okay, here you go. We're casting you as dumb Japanese person number 4.
But I'm Filipino and grew up in Sherman Oaks.
Yeah, well, it's 2007. What, you think we give a care?
Now, while Carly and Sam are doing all this, Freddie magically hacks into whatever this is and shows the whole scene up on the big screen for everyone to see. And of course, the audience thinks this is just the peak of comedy.
And with his parachute,
parachute,
his feet hit Freddie's mom in the head and knocked her down. Kind of like this.
Wait, you're not gonna...
Yeah, well, you know, we all had very low standards back then. And so in the end, the iCarly show wins the award. Kyoko and Yuki get arrested with the world's longest handcuffs. How did they have these just ready to go like that? And that's pretty much where the movie ends. Now, I mean no disrespect here, okay? I know a lot of people have a lot of nostalgia for iCarly, but like, why? Have you seen the show recently? Like, I feel like I'm shell-shocked from watching this movie. You know, I've been back for, oh gosh, I don't know, like 3 years now or so, give or take. And like thinking about my time in Japan, it's really weird just because like it feels like, I know I did it. I don't know, it kind of feels like it wasn't even real. Like it just feels like, I don't know, like have you ever like lived like a life and then something changes and your life is totally different? And like the old life that you used to live kind of feels like a dream that like someone told you about or something. Like it doesn't even feel like it was me that did it. Like I know it was. So many people say like, I want to visit Japan, and so many people are like, oh, I can't wait to live in Japan. And there's, you know, YouTubers, you got PewDiePie and Emi Richu and these people, and they're like moving to Japan like to fulfill a lifelong dream or whatever. It's kind of like, man, I just lived in Japan for 12 years and like I didn't really think much of it at the time. I mean, I was like excited to move there when I was, you know, 18. And then, you know, at first, I mean, yeah, the first couple years I was like, wow, I'm in Japan. And then that new car smell wore off. And then I was just like, I need to find out how to pay my rent and not starve, I guess. When I went to Japan, I thought I was gonna be there for like a year or maybe 2. At the very least, I would just have a bunch of cool stories and I could start everything I ever say with like, oh, when I was in Tokyo. And then 12 years went by and I lived like 3 different lifetimes and my YouTube channel took off. It's like such a, but like, how did I do that? You know, like how did I just move there? For some of you that are maybe more around my age, you ever think back when you're like a teenager or even like early 20s and you're just like, how did I live the way I lived? You know, like some people, they'll live in like the worst dorm or like the worst apartments, hanging by a thread lifestyle. And then you think back, you know, when you're older, you're just like, how did I do that? Anyway, thank you so much for watching, everybody. Like I said at the beginning of the video, you know, leave a like, leave a comment. Apparently I'm supposed to ask you to do this. Like, I know it's like cringy and weird, but like the YouTube really wanted me to tell you to do that. So I'm doing that now. Anyway, if you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell and all that stuff as well. Send me an email at alexmeyerscontact@gmail.com. Let me know what TV shows or movies you'd like me to check out next. Check out my podcast I do with my girlfriend Kelsey. It's called Doing the Devil's Tango. Link is in the description for that. And above all else, everybody have a great day, and I'll see you all next time.